What's up, y'all? Back with another one. Responsible Degenerate podcast from Brownsville, Never Ran, Never Will. I'm your host, Rob. Y'all know my co-host, formerly known as Upper East Side Mel, now known as Southern Hospitality Mel. Mel, what's up? We just got a good game, a great game, great day for college hoops, women hoops. The crowd was rocking, the spot was rocking. It was loud in there. I heard it from my TV, so I know it was loud. It was bugging there. Yeah, sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out that mother, you know. Yeah, that game. But I just said shh. Yeah. But yeah, man, great day of hoops, man. So we got LSU. South Carolina defeats LSU. I think they said it's like North Carolina number, like 19. What is that? Like, what's the number?
18 in a row.
19 in a row. Crazy. Oh, 18 in a row. Don Stanley has beaten LSU 18 times in a row. But South Carolina defeats LSU 79-72, led by Raven Johnson, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. Tanaya Lasson struggled tonight, 8 points. Tessa Johnson went crazy, 21 points. 4 threes. You saw the clip where they had I think it was on ESPN where they showed not ESPN, ABC, where they showed Kim Mulkey in a huddle like, who the fuck you ain't see that?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yo, of course. I was seeing the ABC. She was bugging.
Abedino Colt, 12.17 big rebounds, 7 on an offensive glass. Joyce Edwards did foul out, but she didn't give much anyway. 10 points, 3 turnovers, 2 steals. And for LSU, Joyner 8 points, 13 rebounds. Zakiya Johnson 7 points, 3 rebounds. She started strong, but after the first half, like the first quarter, it wasn't really too much going on there. But Jada Rashad struggled tonight, 1 for 10, 7 points. Michaela Williams, strong first half, 9 in the first half, only 2 in the second half, 11 points. She shot 5 for 12, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. Flora J did play big tonight, 21 points, 8 rebounds. She did miss the 2 free throws that would have given the lead. She shot from the free throw line tonight, 2 for 6. Grace Knox, 4 points, 4 rebounds. For Wiley, 1 for 8. 0 for 3 from 3-point line, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 4 steals. Bella Hines, you know, she came in today the second half when Tessa was going on. I think she did a great job on Tessa. You know, she was denying her the ball, getting around screens. But Mel, I'm gonna let you go first. Your take on this game?
Yeah, man, my take from this game is LSU had a chance to win the game and they missed the opportunity. You know, I mean, you know, they had a chance. It was tough to see because, you know, LSU was fighting all game. And, you know, second half, third quarter, they definitely didn't look like the same team that they did in the first half. And then it was tough to see, you know, Big Four miss those free throws. Not saying that that's the sole reason they lost that game. But obviously at that point in time, those are pivotal games. Those are pivotal points because I think it could have been tied or they actually could have went up 1.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Down 2. They were down 1.
Yeah,
they were down 1.
It was down 1. Yeah. So those 2 free throws could have definitely, you know, gave them the lead and things like that. So LSU had chances, but, you know, they just wasn't as disciplined as they needed to at the end. But yeah, this was a great game, man. You know, like I said, as we expect, you know, two big dog teams, you know, going at it and, you know, battling it out. And I just want to say, man, listen, Tessa Johnson, put some respect on that woman's name because she came out that game. Wow. Bugging. Like how we mentioned, she had 21 points. And it's funny too, because she actually leads the SEC from the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? She's having a career best for the 3-point line. And we all know, like how I mentioned on a plethora of occasions, Tessa Johnson has one of the best looking jump shots we've seen. And she has such a quick trigger that once she gets started, once she gets hot, it's going to be hard to stop her. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she definitely came out the gate pretty strong. I definitely love what I saw from Raven Johnson. She came out there, was hitting some big threes, big shots, playmaking. And it's beautiful to see because we all know at one point in time she was a bit hesitant to take those shots. But, a confident Raven Johnson, that's definitely a recipe for success when it comes to South Carolina. It was a tough game. It was a tough battle. I love what I was seeing from like I said, the pace that South Carolina came out the gate with, and trying to move up pace, move up beat. I think that was pretty good. Tonight Lesson definitely struggled tonight. I feel like, in the beginning you could tell she was definitely trying to be aggressive, but I feel like it was a little bit erratic. There's a difference between playing smartly aggressive and then kind of just like forcing a little bit. And I kind of felt that she struggled with like knowing when to trying to be aggressive and when to scale it back. But at the end of the day, she's a scorer. She led the nation in points per game. So at the end of the day, she's gonna attack, and that's what she did. But across the board, man, I feel like LSU, outside of Big Four, players struggled, and it's tough because Michaela Williams is obviously, one of them ones. Some may say she's the best player on the team and things like that. But, she was only 5 for 12 from the night. And as much as I would have liked to see her try to be more assertive and aggressive, at the end of the day, we got to give Raven Johnson credit because she was on Michaela Williams and she was bodying her up, making it tough. I think she blocked her shot too. So at the end of the day, man, you got to credit South Carolina's defense for boxing the others up and really making it difficult. Obviously, Malaysia Fuwali playing her old team, I was really, rooting for her and wanting to see her play well. I'm gonna start off by saying that she did an immaculate job on the defensive end. When it comes to pressuring the ball, getting steals, getting blocks, hustling on the floor, like that's exactly what you want to see your player do. You know what I'm saying? She definitely struggled offensively. Like I think the first play of the game, you could just tell she was really in. She drove to the basket, turned the ball over, and throughout the game, she just didn't really have an offensive rhythm. Defensively, she made her presence felt, but I think Malaysia Fuwali, she's still in the process of understanding how to run a team and know when to pick her spots. I think sometimes it would be helpful for her to like maybe get like a spot of 3 to kind of start. Cause I feel like when she comes out in the game, she wants to get to it. But sometimes she just needs to kind of warm up a bit more. And they definitely needed her offensive prowess tonight, but not much from LSU. Amaya, Zakia, the players was able to score, but in pivotal times, LSU definitely just didn't get enough production from the players that they needed to, especially in the third quarter. That third quarter, I don't think they made their first field goal until like the 6-minute mark. So they definitely just wasn't playing LSU basketball. Like I said, this is a team that they average 96.6 points per game. They only had 72 tonight. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is a team who they have 12 100-point games. So this is a team, they know how to score the basketball. But when you're running into a defensive team like South Carolina, they're going to make it really tough. And I ain't gonna lie, South Carolina in the beginning, they looked at in the first half, they was missing a lot of layups. I mean, a lot of easy looks at a lot. Like I think there was a stat in the second quarter. Like South Carolina was actually shooting better from outside than inside. And it was just like, okay, like what's going on? But hey, at the end of the day, that they stuck in the game, and then, second half, things just turned around. And at the end of the day, I want to give credit to Bella Hans, because for somebody who doesn't really play that much, she came in the game, it was an instant impact. Like how we mentioned, Tessa Johnson was going off, getting to the rim, shooting threes. She was the mismatch problem, and she came in the game and she face guarded Tessa Johnson. She was fighting over screens, and you could tell that she was definitely playing with intent, and she was able to even score on the other end. So I feel like in certain games like this, she honestly should have gotten more minutes because I feel like she's kind of like the mediator. She's kind of able to
Mm-hmm.
calm the calm the team down. We all know how I feel about Jada Rashad. Love her game, but she struggled tonight. I mean, this is a nut like 1 for 10. Another night where just that shot isn't falling. I think her last two games previous to this, she was 3 for 15 for the field, and just struggling with her shot, and it just seems like she definitely has a tough time getting in rhythm. So I would have definitely liked to see Bella Hines a bit more because once she came in the game, she gave them that spark that they needed to, especially in that third quarter, looking at how anemic they played in the beginning. And in the fourth quarter, man, Big Four took over. I love what I saw from, her on the offensive end, the defensive end, pushing the break, getting to the paint. You just, and like I said, when you play in a team like South Carolina, you have to be disciplined all four quarters, and especially at the end of games. And at the end of that game, LSU cost themselves with turnovers, shot selections. They were hustling on the offensive rebound. I give them that, but in key pivotal times where LSU needed to make a free throw, because LSU was, what was they from the free throw line? They was
14 for 23. 14 for
you
23.
can't have that.
Mm.
You can't have that
Yeah.
at home against South Carolina. Those are easy buckets that you have to convert on. And at the end of the day, South Carolina was the more poised team. They were the more disciplined team. But this was a winnable game for LSU. It was just tough to see because LSU has all the offensive power to get it done. It's just the discipline and the shot selection and the turnovers that kills them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with you saying, man. Like, yeah, South Carolina, they went on to win this game. Raven, the big three of Raven Johnson, Tessa Johnson, and Okolt. Okolt couldn't be. LSU don't have the size, man. A lot of teams don't have the size, but LSU don't have the size to deal with an Okolt type player where she's a competent big. She gets on the glass. She got a nose for the ball, and she knows how to finish around the basket. And like I always say, she know how to position herself, get position, and sell her defender to where it's an easy just turn around layup, But yeah, like Okolt, Raven Johnson, she's a winner, man. I give it to her. Like she's a winner. Like it was so loud in there, and I know like she barking orders and the team can't hear her, and she's still playing through it. Like you just gotta chalk it up. Like she had a great night tonight, man. Tessa just couldn't miss. Like Tessa just it was like I think it was like third quarter to where like her and four was going back and forth. Tessa three, floating layup. Tessa three. I'm like, yo, this what I like right here. Yeah, I'm set for this for this game. Like yeah, like yeah, I was enjoying that, man. But I would love to see like a few players let me down. Like Joyce Edwards, like yes, we know like she had one rebound tonight. She was getting out hustled on the boards. She was committing a few silly fouls, and I just need more from Joy. I need more from her. Like she's too talented. She has to. It's like she loses concentration as far as on like dominating the boards. Like she like whatever. Like, and then even defensively, like she's not always giving her best effort defensively as well. She needs to like fix that up. But she did foul out today. But it didn't even matter, man. As long as you had Tessa, Okolt, and and Raven Johnson in the game, it didn't matter, man. But Floor J was the only like really like bright spot in that second half. Cause they couldn't really like every little run they made, South Carolina made, Floor J will beat it to answer, and then like I said, Zakiya Johnson, she started strong. I don't know what happened. She started off the first quarter. I think she had like 4 points, whatever it was, and then from there on, she didn't like she wasn't that aggressive. She wasn't on the boards. We used to her being on the boards a lot. We used to her dominating the boards. So I think she averaged like 10 or 9 or whatever, 10 balls, whatever. Tonight she only had 3. That kind of tells you that what kind of like, and they needed her tonight. Colt being out and dominating the boards, they needed her. They needed every bit of her tonight on the boards, and they didn't get it tonight. Jada Rashad, 1 for 10. I'm with you. I'm saying at least one of them down, but I probably would be by Rashard, being like I can't. Flo J got it going. I'm not saying her. Michaela, we know what kind of player she is. She could get it going at any time. I'm not saying her. So Jada Rashard, she probably would have been like, I probably would have been like, Rashard, sit by me. Bella Hines, just like you played this well. You doing all you can do. You doing a good job on Tessa. Just finish it out. Just finish it out. Like finish it out. Cause I think what she played 6 minutes tonight. That's not enough. That's not enough. Like from what like it wasn't like Jada Shaw was giving you what was she giving? Nothing. So like I feel like if you're not giving me nothing tonight, it's okay. Come sit by me. Like I got somebody that gonna replace you and she was playing well. But and Flo J, we're not gonna put her missing them free throws on like why they lost the game, but she gotta shoot better than 2 for 6. She gotta like you can't go out there and I think she was like 4 in a row, something like that. You can't
Tough.
you can't do
It's
that.
tough to see.
Tough. Like it happens, but you gotta at least give her one, at least put it in overtime or something, but she did have a big game tonight. This is like her first game for me that I see against like one of a quality opponent to where she's puts her best foot forward and she actually balls out. It was good to see. Now I just need to see consistency. I need to see it not just every now and then. I need to see it every night because going tonight against South Carolina is a little more juice there. It's a rivalry. You got the Malaysia Fawali thing. The crowd is bumping in there. So like it's a little more motivation to come into one of these kind of games and give it your all. But I need to see her give her all when it's not just South Carolina, when it's against other players, other teams. But the bench didn't really give them nothing besides Bella. Malaysia struggled 1 for 8. Like you said, shot selection. She was turning the ball over. What she had? I think she had 4 tonight, right? She had 3 tonight.
Agree.
Turn the ball over. Shot selections. She needs to learn, like you said, she needs to learn how to run. She needs to work on. She needs to. This is her 3rd year, right?
Yeah.
3rd year. With the coaches she had up to this year, I feel like her IQ should be better than where it's at right now. But it's like, is she a point guard? Is she a shooting guard? She plays a lot of point guard here. She played point guard at South Carolina, but I'm not really sure that's her position because she's very what's the word I'm looking for? Like she's very not reckless, but she near there. She near there. She near there. Like yeah, erratic. Boom. Yeah, like she's like it's times where I'm like, why that shot? Like I think it was ended I think it was a second quarter when they could have held for the last shot. First, Flo J was going to take a shot and she pulled it back out, gave to Malaysia, and then she went and took a shot. I'm like, yo, she did get fouled, but I'm like, yo, you gave South Carolina, it's 12, I think it was like 12 seconds left. You gave South Carolina time for a good shot. You can't do that. You gotta pull it out. You get the last shot. Make sure South Carolina don't get no shot. But I'm not sure if they scored on that play coming down anyway. But just little things like that. Like she gotta like clean that up. Like she didn't decide like if you're gonna be a point guard, you gotta clean that kind of stuff up. Game management, being small with the ball, not turning it over so much, shot selection. Because if not, she might just go to just be a full-time 2 guard and just be a 2 guard. But LSU, but they think they got her playing point guard, but she needs to come out just stop playing point guard and just play shooting guard. Because I feel like she thrives more when she's on that off ball, but she's that off ball where she could just think about just shoot. She ain't got to worry about I got to get 4 players involved. I got to do this. I got to control that. Just go out there and and just ball out. Grace Knox didn't really give him nothing tonight. Koval, nothing tonight. So the bench pretty much was bench even for SC. Alicia came in. She had a jump shot. Bakir did hit a big 3 in that 4th quarter. McDowell, nothing really, and Mariam really nothing, man. But overall, it was a great game. It was great. It's great to watch. I wish every game could be like this, but every game was not a rivalry, so it won't be like this. But that building was rocking. This is exactly why I want to go to one of these games, man, because that building was rocking. I had to turn my TV down, like, yo, like it's rocking in there, man. But good to see, man. It's good to see, man. Great to see. Great game, you know. It's great game. I was hoping it would be a great game. I was hoping it'd be no blowouts, and it was a great game, just like I thought it was. And you made a good point where you said LSU averages 96 points a game. Tonight they had 72. That just tells you when South Carolina is locked in, they hard to score on. They hard to score on. They got the size. They got the point of attack defender. They got, excuse me, they got tonight last, and they're a great defensive team. They just got to be locked in for 40 minutes. And tonight they was, and you see they pull out a big one, 79-72. They now move to 25-2, 11-1 in SEC play. LSU falls to 22-4, and is now 8-4 in SEC play.
Last thing, I just want to give Tessa, just to give Tessa Johnson some more love. Like I said, we all know she balled out tonight. Tessa Johnson, she's the first player with back-to-back 20-point games versus a top 10 team since Aaliyah Boston in 2019, 2020. So, I mean, remarkable stat. And, like how we said, man, she has the green light, and she's a problem. When she's on, she's tough to stop. Tell you, when she's aggressive, and I think they even mentioned in the game with Dawn Staley appreciated how Tessa Johnson is being more aggressive and more assertive and coming out in these games. And you can see how it's impacting and helping South Carolina, because once she gets going, it generates their whole offense. And obviously Joyce Edwards, kind of struggled tonight. She didn't really get as many looks as she did, and just overall, things like that. But Tessa Johnson came on strong, and when she's able to knock down that tray ball and hit that midi, it changes the whole dynamic of South Carolina. So shout out to Tessa for being the first player with back-to-back 20-point games since Aaliyah Boston.
Yep. So yeah, SC defeats LSU 79-72. Before we get out of here, they did reveal the top 16 teams for the tournament going into the tournament. UConn, number one seed. Well, I'm gonna go through the number one seeds. Number one seeds: UConn, UCLA, South Carolina, Vanderbilt. The second seeds: LSU, Texas, Louisville, Michigan. The third seeds: Ohio State, Duke, Iowa, and TCU. And the fourth seeds: Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Michigan State, and Maryland. So that was just the top 16 seeds. So it's broken up by I say I guess you can say conferences, whatever it is. But so yeah, the tournament starts. January, February. Tournament starts soon, in about 2-3 weeks. It will be the tournament will be starting really soon, man. And also I want to shout out Chelsea Gray. She did point guard. She won a 1v1. She defeated Alicia Gray. We had PB winning, and Chelsea Gray, big body Gray. She was down, I think, 8-0 to Kelsey Plum.
She was down.
I thought it was over.
She was down 8-0 to Kelsey Plum.
8-0. I thought it was over.
Oh, man.
I thought it was over, man.
Like that, Plum, you gotta put her away. You cannot give somebody like that more life, man. And she showed you why. Chelsea Gray is different, man.
Yeah, man. And I saw something. It said last year she made her salary was 6K. And I'm like, damn. So she basically won all that plus and 2-3 days, 1v1 contest, easy. Let me get that money. So that's crazy, man. But shout out to point guard. Point guard did her thing. I did have her losing to like PB or something, but she's straight. She did her thing, man.
Yeah, she showed me here, man. I chose Paige too, and she respectfully
respect it, man.
She took Paige to school that day. She took Paige to school.
Yeah,
she took Paige to school. That one of my
Paige was hot. Paige was hot.
Paige was. She got up out of here like, nah, I ain't feeling that foul.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm out of here. Paige got out of here, man. And shout out to Alicia Gray for beating Leah Boston. I thought that she was definitely going to beat her because she's bigger than her. I'm like, all right, she probably going to beat her, but Gray came out. Gray is very special, man. We need to start putting more light on Alicia Gray, man. Put more light on that lady. That lady is one of the best in the league, man. I need more coverage on her. Word, man.
Yeah,
Shout
she
out,
does
shout out
it
to our
all. She
rival
can
too.
score.
Mm,
She could score.
mm.
She could defend. She could do everything. She could shoot. She can drive. I mean, she's efficient. Great shot maker off the
What more you
dribble.
need? Like,
Whatever what you need. Like what
what
do
more
you
you
need? Whatever
need?
you need in a
Yeah,
player, Misha Gray got that for you.
yeah,
And she's funny.
yeah.
Who don't want no
I was about
money?
to say
Who don't
that.
want no
I was just about to
money?
say that. I'm about to say, and she
Who
funny.
don't
She's
want
got
no money?
personality. You can't. How can you
Great
not like Aisha
personality.
Gray? That's
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
Every time
But yeah,
she
shout out to
speaks,
Point
it's
Guard,
just
man.
like it's such a joy. It's such a joy to just
Mm.
see her compete, see her hoop, and just you can tell she has a really great and lively personality. So shout out to A grade, man.
Facts. 200 racks. Sheesh. But that concludes the episode. Light episode. We just did a little couple things. Today. It is Lover Day. So we'll get back to. I mean, it's about 12 o'clock, but we'll get back to our love day. Even though
Happy
ain't no love over
Valentine's
here,
Day,
man. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Make sure y'all love yours. Make sure y'all hold y'all loved ones tight. A lot of people we out here dolo, but we hugging ourselves, man.
man.
We hugging ourselves, man. Mel not in this boat, man. Yeah, Mel not in this boat, man.
You wildin'.
Yeah.
My wife
He
is
just trying
still
to
in
make
New
me
York.
feel good.
I'm myself right now.
Man. You be alright though. But this concludes the episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Follow our socials. Subscribe on YouTube. Keep comment. Interact. Keep showing love. We almost at 400 soon. Thanks to y'all. So yeah, we see y'all. We'll see y'all next week, man. I don't know when. Well, hopefully we got yeah. I gotta confirm with by Monday, but yeah.
Yes.
See y'all next weekend, man.
Guess.
Yeah. See y'all next weekend, man. Love y'all.
Right. Love.